Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast. I am Animated Male. We have Chris James in the building. We have Stephen Michael in the building. And we are on episode number 9 again. We're on episode 109, you know what I mean, of the Application Knowledge podcast. We appreciate all the lovers and non-lovers out there and the beautiful people out there, all our rumblers, all our subscribers. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all keep rocking out with us. We appreciate the support and all that good stuff. And we
rocking with us on Rumble?
They rocking with us like a whole mountain, you feel me?
Oh, wow.
You remember? They rocking with us like pebbles in seawater, you dig? Okay. They rocking with us like these arms on Stevens. You know what I mean? Whole little rock. Rocking like Dwayne Johnson. All right, enough rock references. But all right, did y'all, nigga, we good, you know what I mean? I told you we legit like motherfucking credit cards, you feel me? But yeah. Did y'all hear about the ban on Pornhub?
Yeah.
Yes. I found out in real time.
I just found out like a couple hours ago. I was like, word? It is only banned in Texas.
You know what?
It's not just Pornhub.
It's not?
It's all of them.
No.
Oh, no. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I heard about it.
Nah.
So you've
It is not all of them.
Oh.
It is not all of them.
It's not all of them.
I definitely did some research and some reconnaissance.
I heard about it and I said, really? So then I went and started searching, and everyone that I went to was banned.
It should be banned for everyone, but I guess the smaller, older sites, maybe, I don't know. But
it's like that.
So at first I was like, because Pornhub's pissed. Pornhub's not happy, right? Because this sets a precedent for banning this type of stuff. And at first I was just like, And then after I started reading the note, I was just like, this isn't actually a bad thing.
It's also not necessarily a ban. It is a requirement for adult sites to verify the age of the watcher.
Yeah.
Correct.
So because it's currently in litigation in Texas and they don't have the ability to verify people coming onto the site, they just can't show them right now. Okay. So I don't know if you want to call it I don't even want to call it a temporary ban.
It's a temporary ban.
It's really something that the sites have done to be compliant with the current litigation that's in place.
I think a temporary ban is appropriate because the state put this pressure on them clearly without any notice.
They knew.
So you're telling me that we knew months ahead and we had the opportunity to create the program that can verify we didn't do it, and we're now in litigation, and so now we just don't have access?
As far as I know, yeah.
I guess maybe they thought it wasn't gonna. I don't know.
I'm about to get a VPN, cuz. Where you at?
Wow.
I'm in Idaho.
I think that like you said, Chris, I think it's a good thing. Obviously for adults, that utilize those sites, then it can be an annoyance. But the problem with the internet is that anyone has access to everything.
Yeah. And
like even when we were growing up, I think that I was probably 13, 14 when we started getting access to we had dial up, but then like those adult sites started coming out. And then I always would be afraid that like my parents would see it in their in their bill.
Oh, in their bill.
Yeah, so I started opening the cable bill just to make sure.
My dude did research.
Well, because I had no idea.
That's smart though.
Yeah, I'm just like, will they know I'm on these sites? Do they get like you'll have no idea?
It's brand new.
Yeah, the internet was really still new.
Let me look
Like
at these bills real quick.
do they get a history of what sites you're visiting?
BigBooty.com. White Girls Gone Wild. What we got?
Girls Gone Wild. Woo, that was
Delaware Divas.
Wow. Yeah, but I think that honestly, it's a good thing because children already have too much access to adult material.
Yeah,
and it desensitizes the child, whether it be through movies or whether it's through violence or pornography. It's desensitizing, and it's something that we will never really understand because we grew up without it. And then
I mean, you always had Playboy magazines.
Yeah, but the magazine is completely different than watching a video in HD.
It's easy to say it's completely different because yes, but the principle is the same. Because trust me, those magazines you still
the principle is the same, but the stimulus is definitely different.
The stimulus is different, but like before you had the videos and stuff, the magazines were good enough. You know what I'm saying?
But
they were good enough for little boys to still not need to have access to.
When were you all introduced to porn? Like around what age would you say?
Probably 12 through magazines. You'd see them in stores, but they'd be in plastic wrappers. So, you didn't like open them.
I was 13 at DeMont's house.
I don't know exactly what age I was, but I was probably around that age. Probably around that age. Because I used to be cool with these two girls. Like we were friends or whatever. And they used to watch porn. Mm-hmm. And the name
their mom's videos?
Possibly, or like their mom's boyfriend or whatever. But they would have these tapes and it was called like Cinderella. But it'll be like a black version of Cinderella or whatever, and then they just like it'll be like script type vibes and all that storyline and everything. Cats be hooked in and they just start getting in like I'm like, oh okay, this is a different kind of Cinderella, but we all were introduced to it at such a young age, and so I don't know the reason why they introduced this bill, and I'm assuming obviously because they don't want a lot of children to have access to that porn. But we have had access to that stuff at such a young age before the internet has been a prominent thing, through videos, magazines, and, just maybe walking in or staying up late and watching Cinemax, you know what I mean? And they getting it in, but not getting it in.
Soft porn.
I mean, we used to try to watch the
Snow Channel.
through the Snow Channel. You'd see it'd be snowy, and then you see a body come up. You see a little something.
But you can hear better than you can see.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen a Snow Channel. I'm not familiar with
because you're spoiled and you're entitled. And this is
I'm spoiled and entitled.
This is what I was talking about last time. We was talking about how you had gear and all that. You don't know what a Snow Channel is?
I know what a Snow Channel is, but I've never seen porn through a Snow Channel.
Like late night, it'd be like Cinemax or or Showtime, and they would always show adult movies. But we didn't get this channel, but we had the box, so it would almost like it would just be like snow, but there would be a line that would run through it every 2 seconds or something, and then you would see in black and white kind of an outline. And we, what I mean, it's just like
y'all be looking at that outline, like, hold on, where them nipples?
Yeah, I mean, this is what we had. Like we were trying to get a little glimpse, but
damn, that's a struggle.
I think that is what I think part of that is why our generation grew up with the mystery of the mystique of women. Like getting a woman in the battle to meet them and date them and then go to the club and then you like, oh my God, we got old enough that we can dance with them.
Like, oh shit, I seen her on that Snow Channel.
Wow. Clearly not. But now that has completely changed.
Yeah.
There is no mystique. There is no mystery. Everything is just there. And it's just like, I think it's society, it's a problem. Because
with porn.
Yeah, I mean, just the desensitizing of young children and young adults, And then with social media, how everything is so socially acceptable, where even if you're not nude, you show enough to where you're damn near nude. Like and then women ask like, why don't men seem to chase women so much, or why don't they love us anymore? I mean, everything is for show.
Yeah.
There's no mystery. I know what you look like before I even meet you.
Yeah. Like it comes to the point where like these websites, Instagram, TikTok, and even Facebook, they'll start
Especially
showing,
Facebook.
yeah, well, because they're like the meta thing, but they start showing women in videos, and these websites have slowly transitioned into softcore porn.
100%.
You know, because if you're, just even the way the algorithm works, a random booty pops up, a random, half naked chick pops up cheerleading, or it may be a misleading video of a woman that's exercising, but she's in very risque outfits and attire.
Yoga.
Yeah, man, them yoga instructors, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, it's so revealing. And this wasn't something that was normal, for children or teenagers to see just in the palm of their hands instantly. So, while I do think, having that ban on, that stuff in Texas, it's only in Texas, and it's going to, this is probably going to be a slippery slope as it's going to start banning things
Right,
in other areas. Because this is literally the first time that I've been to a website. It's like, yeah, we can't do it in Texas.
This is the very first, my entire life.
Well,
Any website.
Actually, what would happen sometimes is they would say you can't see this video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like there's certain videos that you can't see. It's like a country thing or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure I've even come across that on YouTube. I know that my stuff has been banned in certain countries and
Right.
places, but to the whole site, yeah, that's.
I had to check it out. I was like, man, I don't
Well,
really
isn't that what Biden is trying to do with TikTok, Steve? Isn't that what?
Yeah. It's moving.
It's moving. Huh?
And the interesting thing is that it's so crazy because Trump tried this a while ago, and everybody was like, no, when Trump did it. But now,
Yeah, now that the fucking left wants to do it, they're like, oh well, doesn't sound too bad. No.
I understand it. It's a gift and a curse. I think that there's a lot of people that are against it because they're making money off TikTok. But I think that I don't know.
Well, let's think about this. Why are they banning TikTok?
because they don't own it.
Is that the reason? That's what Trump said. Is that what Biden said?
No, that's what they're saying currently. It's basically saying that China is basically rotting the brains of the American public.
Is it the brain rot or is it the spying?
I think it's a little bit of it's both.
Because what it could force them to do is change the algorithm. And I would be all for that.
Correct. So I don't think that necessarily TikTok inherently is just bad. It is the algorithm because China does own it. And in China, the algorithm pushes education. So this is what their children see. Right. But in America, it doesn't push education. Right. It pushes violence and nudity and pornography, things like that. Mm-hmm. Things that just are literally, they're worth nothing. Mm-hmm. So, and of course, it is spying. Mm. So they get all of your, they see how Americans act, how they respond. So that's the reason that they're saying that they want to do it. So it's not that they necessarily want to get rid of TikTok. What they want to do is they're basically going to say that we're going to ban it unless the government sells it to an American company. Now, Trump wanted them to sell it to Microsoft, which is obviously Bill Gates, which we don't like. But I don't think that it's necessarily like they have to sell it to Microsoft. That's not the case. They want them to sell it to an American company or have the American government something take over.
How does that change how does that change?
I don't even know if it changes the algorithm. I think that it just changes their ability for Chinese to take the information, basically spying on Americans.
So when you say sell it, you're saying 100% ownership. So TikTok America, TikTok China, TikTok Russia,
they're just wouldn't really necessarily have anything to do with the other countries, but in America, it would remove control of that entity from TikTok and then give it to the American company. And I don't know the logistics and how they would work that out because all the software and all that, intellectual property belongs to that company. So if you sell it, obviously it would then come to the new company and how it runs. So I don't know how that would work, but it's a good thing for Trump, because what they've done was, when they basically put this thing when they were doing like the elections, and they were like, you need to call your local representative and tell them not to ban TikTok. And they said that they got thousands of calls all throughout the country at the local level, because TikTok gave them the actual number to their representative to call.
TikTok used a platform against the American government. That's lit.
And they said a lot of the calls that they got were from children and from like younger people saying, no, we don't want this, and they have nothing to do with take the calls. So what it has done is it has moved more of that young Gen Z generation to kind of away from Biden, and because it's under his administration this is happening. Even though Trump is all for it, but what Trump has done is he has kind of played the middle ground, and he's like, well, if we're going to do this to TikTok, this can happen to, what will happen is Mark Zuckerberg will basically become even more popular, more money will go to him, and I don't want that. So he's kind of played the fence, even though he was the one that originally brought it up when it first started getting popular.
Another reason why they are pushing for this ban of TikTok is because TikTok is now more popular than Google. Like for this,
right?
That's just crazy to me.
Yeah, and plus a lot of people are making money. So when Google is being taken over by TikTok, and it's evident by, you can just look at the data about how many people are using it to even just research their information about life. They all go to TikTok. And Google's like, hold on, cuz we are in control of this shit. You know what I mean? So we're going to push for a ban for this. And what is that going to do? If they ban America, now if they ban it in America, it'll be similar to how it kind of did for people who want to watch porn in Texas. Mm-hmm. They're going to go to the next best source. You know what I mean? So if I can't go to Pornhub, I'm going to find this other website. So if you can't go on TikTok, people are going to probably go back to Instagram. Or they'll probably go to Facebook, or probably start to use Threads or whatever that may be. But all it's going to do is push people to another platform. And if it's owned by America, all they're going to do is utilize the exact same thing that made TikTok famous and that got people hooked on that. So I'm not cool with bans like that. Like, I'm not cool with bans at all. Like, motherfuckers, if they want to watch something, and they should, police their home and watch what their children are doing. And because, like, what is those websites where they say you have to be 18 or over to get in? Mm-hmm. Like, they just stop that? That doesn't mean, because we obviously know what
you self-identified, though.
But how comfortable are you because this is going to, because it'll start saying that you need to use an ID in order to get on the website.
Me personally, it's a wrap. If they're like, oh, we need a photo verification, they want to use my phone to verify that I am who I am, I just won't use the website.
Right.
Yeah. But that's just going to be the norm now, because if you think about porn and how people are so addicted to it, they're like, well, shit, man, I need to get this nut. You know what I mean? They'll put the ID.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so websites pushing for people to use their ID to identify themselves, that's just going to be a thing that is going to be the norm from now on.
Slippery slope, as you said.
It's like it's inevitable. We're already in the process of being in the AI world, and people are, being replaced by AI, and now we're getting to the point where we're banning websites. We're pushing Congress to ban this and ban that simply because children are on this. When did America care about the shit that's happening to children so much they want to ban this website?
They don't, but this is Texas. That's why I want to make sure that this is not the federal government.
Yes, the state.
This is Texas. Texas is different. It always has been. Texas also has that issue with the border right now, which we talked about last week. I think Texas is taking a stand. and there's going to be other states that follow, like probably Florida and certain places. But I think that Texas is extremely aware of what the federal government is doing because they all are. I think that with this whole thing, with what the illegal immigrants are doing and what the federal agents are doing to try to stop Texas from protecting their own borders, I think it's almost like a slap in the face. It's like, me and you, we're companies, but we have a partnership. We're sister companies, and we're supposed to work together, and we're supposed to scratch your back, scratch mine. And then one sister company starts smacking the other sister company in the face like, nah, you're just going to do what I say now. And the other sister's company is like, nigga, I'm bigger than you. I'm badder than you. Like, you're not about to slap me around. And it's almost like, okay, well, the F it. We're gonna knock down all your dominoes. Because in order for the United States to be the way it is right now, all the states have to be in alignment with the federal government. That's, so I'm kind of for this. I like the fact that Texas is bucking the system. I know where you're going with it.
I'm not talking about porn when I'm talking about I'm against the ban. Like, because when I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. I'm talking about the TikTok ban thing. That I'm just like, I don't like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
with the porn thing, I'm just like, cool. Anything to protect the kids and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, TikTok ban is a protection on kids too. I mean, listen, and I know that you don't know because you don't have kids accessing TikTok, but it makes a difference. It influences them so much. And I mean, just this last Christmas, the things that I was being asked for, I was just like, why are you? These are adult things that you're asking me for, and why? It's because they're all seen on TikTok. So then I went out to this dance with my daughter, and all of them are all the same. What they wear, they all had Stanleys, they all have Lululemon, they all. They just all of them, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, let's record for TikTok. Let's TikTok."
Just because it's popular that people use it doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. I do understand the influence that it does have on just children. But when we were growing up, we didn't necessarily have all these things that you have a TikTok type, but we had fads or things that we all gravitated towards. It may not have been to the extent of a TikTok, but everyone had a MySpace at one point in time, and that was the thing to go to. And we followed the norms, top 8. Hey, put you in my top 8. Oh, you're not in my top 8, and people start getting upset over that. It's just the times that we're in that we're choosing to say, okay, this is bad because a lot of people are using it. But ultimately, regardless of the guise they like to put it under of saying, okay, this is influence your children, we care about the kids. Nigga, this is about money. It's all about money at the end of the day. They do not care about the kids that the way they're speaking about it to say they want to ban this one website. It's owned by another entity, China. That is the only reason. Why haven't they banned Instagram? Why aren't they banning TikTok? I mean, why are they banning like Facebook and all this shit? They just TikTok is the only thing that's cancerous to people out here?
No, I mean, but I would say that TikTok is the most egregious of them because of the way that the platform works. And I would disagree with that.
Why? How? Because they always, there's certain things that you can't say on TikTok, and they will just either remove the video or ban your profile. But they're okay with all this other shit.
What is the most egregious part about Instagram? Okay, let me not ask a question. Let me make a statement. The part that makes Instagram, and when Facebook were doing their research, it was the scrolling. Right? The whole part of their algorithm is to keep people in the app.
Yeah.
The way that they found that out was through research and studies and surveys. And they found that as they scrolled, right, and the information, just different things would pop up, that's what kept them on the app more. So this is why Facebook and Instagram moved from a post model, and Instagram was mainly pictures and posts, to now everything is now focused on reels, right? So they understand that the most addictive part about Instagram is the reels. It's not the post. And their design is to try to get you and keep you on the app longer. Mm-hmm. The reason I say that TikTok is the most egregious of them all is because it is 100% reels. It is designed to be as addictive as possible. There are no posts. There's no place that you can go and just sit and then just read a caption, It's all videos. So it is the most addictive part about social media. Taken out of, it's basically like saying you're going to take the fiber and all the nutrition out of a food, and then you just are left with the sugar and the wheat.
But what is Instagram and Facebook? They're doing exactly what TikTok is doing. But TikTok is the most popular because TikTok started the videos taking these videos and just making that thing. But if Instagram has adopted that exact same format, even YouTube with the shorts, they did all this shit to duplicate what they're seeing on TikTok.
Yeah, they're doing it because they understand it's very addictive.
Exactly. They have that. It's that study they show. It's that slot machine effect. You know, you scroll down and you refresh the feed, and now you get a new thing that pops up. It's the slot. You had a slot machine. And there's studies about it because, I watch videos. They talk about how they do that, and it's an addictive thing.
It is.
And so every website has done that. Ban all these other fucking websites.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that they're innocent. Please don't take that.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, it's just like, nigga, you selling motherfucking drugs and you putting baking soda in there so you can stretch it. So, all right, cool. I'm going to start putting baking soda and shit, and I'm going to stretch it.
Blue Magic.
You know what I mean? So, it's just like you're doing everything that your competitor is doing. You're just mad that the ones who started it is doing better.
I agree. I also understand, at least the guys that they're going under, which is saying that it's owned by a Chinese company. And the fact knowing that the company at home base doesn't push the type of content it pushes here, I have a problem with. I also can visibly see what it is actively doing to young people, and it's annoying to me. And I have done my best to keep TikTok and Snapchat and things away, but it gets to a point where there's really nothing you can do.
Let's keep it a buck. It's a business, right? So we can't actually be mad at China for pushing this trash because that's what Americans want. If you try to push the educational stuff, the app's not going to be popular.
Right.
So that's why I guess the idea is that China's trying to dumb us down. I mean, they're selling a product to their consumer. You have an avatar. You're not going to try to sell to your avatar as if you were selling to a completely different avatar.
Yeah.
You're going to sell to the demographic that you want to target. So the educational stuff wouldn't work, especially now. If they tried to pivot, it would just crash.
Yeah.
It would just crash.
What Chris is talking about is absolutely legit. Because in China, or if you think about just Asian people in general, the first thing that you think about is intelligence. Like, man, they built this, they did that. When you think about America, how does the world look at America? They look at us like we're some fucking slobs. All we think about is war. They don't care about anything. They just want all these distractions and propaganda. Oh, let's throw sports teams, football. They're never pushing education as like the creme de la creme when it comes to America. Dream, get your dreams out. This is the land of the free. But no, niggas are enslaved by their phones and all this stuff. So yes, they are going to feed the public and the people that are in America the things that they're naturally gravitating towards, and that's filth.
Yeah, you're right.
They're exploiting that. They're just giving us filth. So it's just like if that is such an evident thing, it's an ingenious.
It's smart for them.
Yeah, it's smart for them, especially if they're owning it. And like slowly but surely, China's already here. It's taking
been here.
It's taking over shit in America.
Yeah.
Period. It's not just the TikTok social media stuff, farmlands that we spoke about previously.
Yeah.
They're even doing shit in Africa where it's like they're slowly taking over parts of the world.
The fact that they own farmland in our country, to me, it's just mind-blowing.
That's crazy. Multiple different places near military bases.
Now, we're not talking about a businessman like, this person just bought farmland because he's also a citizen. Like, the country owns farmland inside of our country. Farmland. Yeah. Like,
that's part of the agreement.
Not an embassy, but farmland. It's our food. Like, to me, it's crazy. At the end of the day, I don't really use TikTok, so I don't have a dog in a fight, so to speak. So if it went away, it literally.
I got 22K on there, so.
I said me, so I'm saying like.
Okay.
And maybe if I had
I'll give you
20,
a dog to. Give you.
maybe if I had 22K on there, it would make a difference. I don't. So
it's just taking away another avenue for people to make money.
I understand. I only, me personally, because I don't use I don't use it. I understand the benefit of it for many people. Me personally, I don't get a benefit from it. And I only, for the most part, in my actual day-to-day life, see mostly negative from it.
From TikTok?
Okay,
Yeah.
let me explain what Mel is talking about a little bit more nuanced. So, Steven, I think you mentioned that Google has now lost the top spot. Or was
Mel
it
mentioned that.
Okay, Mel. All right. So Google owns YouTube. Obviously, Facebook is the other big brother, and these two companies essentially own
All the information.
all of it, right? So then TikTok comes in and starts garnering millions of subscribers, billions probably. I don't know if they're at the billion mark yet, but they've got all these subscribers. And what TikTok is doing right now, because they're still in their infancy, really, they're allowing people to create organic reach. So they're giving creators a tremendous amount of control. Now, if you guys remember back in the old school Facebook days, MySpace days, and YouTube days, that's the model they used as well, right? You were able to build this incredible following. You could have an organic reach, right? We know that they killed our organic reach in our Facebook group. So TikTok is offering that now, and it's valuable because the platform is very valuable. Like, it's a contender. So what Mel is essentially saying, as a creator especially, you can monetize that content the way we used to be able to do with YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. It's almost like TikTok needs to fall in line with the model that YouTube and Google and all them niggas is using, which is don't let them monetize their organic reach. And that's the reason why TikTok blew up, because it's the only place where you could do that at a rate where it matters. Rumble is a great alternative to YouTube. It's really the only name in the game, to be honest, and it's so small that it's not even talked about. So you have TikTok as an option, and from an entrepreneurial or creator standpoint, the upside is massive. Forget the actual whatever they pay you, because I haven't really got into that. I don't know what that is. I heard it's gotten better recently, but if we just look at being able to monetize your organic reach, nothing else is giving you this opportunity.
Just think about, because you used to get paid on Instagram, right?
I still do.
But is it like just through like the views, or is it through like gifts that people give?
It's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
But it's not a lot. No. I'm sorry. I have subscribers, so I get paid through that. Gifts, but I don't get any of those. But on Facebook, I get paid through views, likes, comments, things like that.
But I heard it was much easier to get paid like a few years ago on Instagram but they changed it.
I don't know. I won't say it's harder to get approved for monetization on Instagram. I have no idea why they monetize my Facebook. I post almost nothing on Facebook.
It's linked to your...
Yeah, I think they did it because they saw what I do on Instagram, and they're like, well, we want you to do this on Facebook, so let's monetize your Facebook, so you start posting on Facebook. So I know why they did it, but but you don't get... I mean, it's not a lot. So unless you're doing I think I make $15 a month. It's $15, $20. And it started off, my first 3 months, I made $120. Then I made $110, then $95. My first 3 months, I'm like, oh, this is dope. Okay, I could actually, this can pay a bill, right? And then all of a sudden, it was down to just out of nowhere. Nothing changed from what I was posting. And certain things, they say, oh, this isn't original content. And I'm like, it's my post. They just say it's not original content. How do you determine it's not original? It's my video, right? It's my post. So I just hate the way they do that, and I think TikTok does it a little better.
Yeah, I think TikTok, man, similar to you, what you said about TikTok. I'm not crazy on there, but I'm only on there, for the podcast and some of the stuff that I do with anime. But they have dude, there's so many videos on the TikTok that's getting reach and comments to this day from the videos that we've posted on there. Remember we talked about white toes?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Nigga, that video right now is consistent.
It's still getting low.
I don't know what happened, but cats are like,
Somebody just picked the algorithm, picked it up.
maybe I got like 12 subscribers or followers in like a day,
Just off that video.
just from that video, and we posted that a while ago. I'm just like, bro, what is this? How did it come back up?
I can see how TikToks, and once again, and this is because I don't use the platform, so I don't have that positive side to balance my opinion, right? So I don't have a hard stance on this, and I know that I'm giving the other side of it, but I don't, like I said, I have no dog in a fight. I'm not necessarily saying I'm for it, but they do have an age limit, right? You're supposed to be like 12 or 11 or 12 to be on TikTok, but obviously it's easy to get around that. But even
it'd be easy to look. They're not trying to manage that.
No, they're not. But they have their algorithm that does find a way to get. My daughter's told me like her account has got banned twice.
Okay.
And she's had friends who have had 5-6 accounts because
that's
they keep
legit then.
Right. So they're doing something about it, but
because Facebook didn't. All you have to do is lie about your age.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's stuff happening. It's just. I understand both sides of this. I just want to give my point of view. I
completely understand where you're coming from. Obviously, it's a slippery slope, though.
Yeah.
And that's what Mel is pretty much talking about.
We start with one. You just.
I mean, don't we disparage North Korea for this exact same thing? Like that's or at least that's
even
what
China.
Or China. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Obviously, trying to ban TikTok and all these are symptoms to a problem, right? Like, so for me personally, I'm not exactly where you are, but I get where you're coming from. But it's like at the end of the day, it's a symptom. You know what I mean? So we have bigger fish to fry, and getting rid of TikTok would help for a moment. But guess what? There's no way that anyone's gonna leave that space empty now.
Yeah.
If you get rid of TikTok, someone's going to put another app there. Like it's not gonna fix the problem. So
yeah. Did y'all hear about the like what fast food restaurants were thinking about doing? Mainly, I think it started off with Wendy's. They were thinking about doing the same type of method that Uber does, as far as like if there's like an uprise in customers.
Oh, surge pricing.
Yeah, they'll start raising their prices. Be like, we got a line wrapped around the corner, so if you want to get this biggie fry or whatever, it's going to be $10.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
The Wendy's did actually.
They're going to experiment with it to see how it works.
What does that mean? Like, what do you mean experiment? Where's the benefit for the customer?
So basically, what they're going to do is if it is busy, right? So during busy hours and rush hour, whatever, then the price of the food will increase.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it is slow or off hours, the price of the food will decrease.
Okay. Is the price going to go under what it is now?
Yes. It would go under their median level. So let's say that you have a Big Mac's $3.99. During surge pricing, it may be $4.50, right? I don't know. I'm just throwing these numbers out there. But then when it's slow, it may be $1.99.
So the benefit is they make more money during surge, but
just a little bit.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, when I say $3.99 to $4.50, it's not enough for a customer to just be like, I'm not going, right? If they really, they get addicted to this food, right?
Okay, and so they're doing this so that they can meet the requirement to pay their employees more.
I would say what they're saying is, if I'm correct, maybe I don't know, Mel, maybe no more, but what I would assume is that it would help with the pricing, the inflation. That's what they would say, because if you come during off hours, you can save $1.50 on a burger, on a Big Mac or a double Whopper, whatever.
Didn't they raise minimum wage in like different places?
Most places have went up.
Yeah, so they're probably doing that to compensate for some of that, that income that they have to pay to their employees.
Well, when did Uber start doing this?
They've been doing this for
Okay, because I was gonna say there is some legislation that either passed or was like going through the circuit, whatever that process is, for they're gonna reevaluate how Uber classifies their employees or whatever.
Oh yeah,
right.
And make them actual employees.
Which is a scam.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking, okay.
I think that what it would do for the restaurant, it would increase consistency. So let's say that during the middle of the day, well, not lunch hours, let's just say from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, where it's usually slower. It's after lunch, but not quite dinner. People aren't getting off work yet. It's like, well, let me just go to McDonald's because I'll save $2 on a Whopper because it's not surge time. So instead of them not selling that burger at that time, they'll at least get $2.
So is it a marketing scam more than anything else? Because I noticed I think I did a video. I don't even remember. I gotta check my stuff. But the CEO of like Kellogg's was talking about how they were trying to get people to eat cereal for dinner.
I think you talked about it during a live.
Okay, shoot.
No, we talk. Well,
we talk about it.
We talk about it here for sure because that was one of my topics.
Right. So, okay, why are they really doing this? I think, me personally, I think it's the same reason why McDonald's said breakfast all day. Mm-hmm. I think that they're losing customers.
They are.
And so because they're losing customers, they got to keep coming up with unique ways. So what they could do now is send you a little hit on your phone, be like, hey, it's non-surge time. You can save $2, and then you could maybe run that through DoorDash or whatever the case may be. And, now you could boost because I think people are starting to wake up. People are like, this processed food's killing us.
I think that it's a mix, not just I think in that world, we understand that. And I think we're around a lot of people. We surround ourselves with a lot of people like that. But most of the people are still asleep. What they do understand is that it's more expensive. They understand the price. And I was reading an article about how it was McDonald's particularly they were talking about, but people are now realizing that it's actually cheaper at this point now to actually buy food and cook at home. Because for a while, the fast food option was cheaper.
Yeah. The dollar menu.
It was cheaper. So, but now because of inflation, things have gotten so bad. You can't go to. Listen, I've ordered Chick-fil-A for my kids, and sent that out there, and a nugget meal and all the other stuff that they've gotten. It is exorbitant when you talk about adding in the price of DoorDashing it to them and all this stuff. You're talking $60, $70 for 3 meals. That's wild. Sending it because DoorDash hits you with their fees and they're like, this is for this and this, and you know what I mean? Then
don't forget the tip.
Right? Like all of these different things.
And they make you feel bad about it, right?
Right.
Crazy.
So it is. And obviously I'm not there, so I can't do it myself. But it's like I spent $70 to send them Chick-fil-A, and it's like I could literally make the same thing, right? And even not that, or I can cook you a meal for half of that'll last you 2 days. So people are starting. Now, I don't know. I think that the food in and of itself is starting to play a role, but I think more than anything else, it is the cost of food, and people are starting to realize this is really expensive. Mm-hmm. And fast food used to be it's cheap. Let me just go get 2 burgers and a fry, and it's $3, and I can get a meal. Now they're like, no, it's $7, $8, $9 for a normal burger and fry, like at a fast food restaurant. This is crazy.
Shit, at Arby's, we used to have we had the Pick 5.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Catholic had a Pick 5.
Yeah, bro. And that Pick 5 goes hard.
Man. McDonald's had a similar thing. Well, that was just their dollar menu.
Well, a Pick 5, some of the stuff wasn't $1, right? Like some of
it would be like Pick 5 for $5.95 or something like that.
$5.95.
Well, but like Wendy's would have the same thing. I think what Chris is saying is like if you get it within the 5, you get it all for that price. Yeah. If it were outside of that, the burger might be $2. If you get it within the Pick 5, it's only $2.
Yeah.
So, but if you were only the thing is, and it's all psychology. Instead of you spending $3.99 on a burger and a fry, it's like I could just spend one more dollar and then just get 3 more items.
Yeah.
Their overhead or the price on their food, they're getting. It's better for the company to just get that extra dollar than for them to miss out on that dollar and then just give them the 3 other items. Right? That's how overpriced their food is. So it's like, no, I'd rather just spend the 5 than just spend the $4 and get the 2 items.
Shit, nigga. I remember making them roast beef sandwiches.
You reminiscing?
Hey, I didn't go front. I enjoyed.
Flipping burgers.
You didn't flip burgers at Arby's though.
No, not at. I mean, at White Castles. Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
when I was working, like the thing is, doing it and all that stuff is cool. You know, it's just you don't get paid a lot. You get overworked, and then if you get like a a surplus of customers coming in doing
A surge.
Yeah, you get a surge of customers. You know, they come in doing lunch. Man, it's be like, bruh, I ain't got time for this. Especially if you in the hood, because niggas be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Niggas be, hey man, hey, hurry up, cuz I'm on break. You know what I mean? And cats be on a swindle. So, hey man, I mean, pay them fast food employees the things that they want. But also, it's like the fact that fast food is something that they're surging. It's going to play into the addiction that people have when it comes to their food, because people will do it.
They're gonna go regardless, especially if it's not that much. That's why I said, like, if it's 50 cent, like,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
people are gonna be like, it's 50 cent, like it's not a big deal. And correct, it's not. If it's something that I want, it's 50 cent, and I know it's the time, it's okay, right?
And just think like the times that we go out, we used to go out to clubs and we be like 2 a.m. and that line be wrapped around the damn corner and you're drunk and there's no other place open that you can go to. Only options you have is McDonald's or Whataburger. Well, that's a Texas thing. So like a Whataburger, and you know, you only have these limited amount of restaurants. They're going to make cake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the it's 50 cent per person per item.
It adds up.
But they wouldn't do. I think it'll be more. I don't think they'll do 50 cents $1. I think they'll probably do like double the price.
That's crazy. I would never
crazy.
even. I
think
that's just greedy.
Think about Uber. You go to an airport and the price is like, just to come down the street be like $56. Like, damn, $56 just goes 10 minutes down the street.
$56.
Yeah, like during like a surge price where a lot of people, like if you think around like the holiday season,
Oh, okay.
like they'll be taxing.
Well, because but Uber has a corner on the market though, so this is a little different. Like Uber is your only option now. They've
Uber,
wiped out the
Lyft.
taxis. It's
Do
the
they
same
still
thing.
have
New York.
It's the same thing.
Do they still have that? What's the other one to
Lyft.
Uber? Lyft. They still have that?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's
Uber,
it's
Lyft,
different companies,
but they're mimicking each other.
they're literally the same company. I mean, when I need to take one, I usually look at both, and they're usually about the same price. Sometimes Lyft will be $3-4 cheaper. I'm like, I'll just take a Lyft. Sometimes Uber's cheaper. Sometimes I don't look, but they're the same thing. But they have eliminated taxis, except in like New York or probably Chicago.
In LA, probably.
Right.
But
So they have a corner on the market.
So they
as
can
a,
do
As
that.
a matter of fact, we know about taxis, and we just take it for granted. Does your daughter know about a taxi?
probably not. Probably never. No.
She would never even think about. She don't even know that word. Taxi.
Yellow cab. Like what's
What
a
is
yellow
that?
cab? Like just get an Uber.
All they know is Uber. So it's not, we think of things from our point of view, but the young ones that are coming up that got credit cards and cell phones and got money, they're taking the Uber. And they're going to pay the surge because they don't know any better.
People take these things to work daily. I like in certain areas. They
yeah,
literally
for sure.
Uber daily.
Yeah. It's more convenient than a cab ever was.
Yeah.
If Big Cab would have pivoted, stole Uber's...
Right at that moment.
Bro, pivot. It's the same thing that happened to Blockbuster and Netflix.
Yep.
If Big Cab would have pivoted, built an app, you already have the infrastructure. It's insane.
Yeah.
And you have professional drivers. It's better for everybody. The driver's going to make more money. You already have the infrastructure anyway. You could actually probably monitor a little bit better because you have those stations and everything. And now, obviously, the riding in a car versus a taxi is kind of a, you know what I mean? But over time, they could just fizzle their taxis out.
Nigga, taxis were always
A little uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, a little wishy-washy. and I always felt like they were kind of on a swindle because at least like
Why? Why did it feel like they were on a swindle?
Because the whatever
The meter.
yes.
The meter.
Oh, you can see it running.
It's just like, bro, like you can drive a little. It's like I feel
Meter's
like,
running.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like we at this damn stoplight. Oh, 20 seconds. Like, bro. And like they'll see a red light or a green light going yellow, they'll stop. Like niggas, go through it. Go through it. Like you just trying to charge me extra. I'm just like, nah, man. So they were on a swindle. So I'm okay with them going under.
Damn.
And
A lot of families lost their
they
income.
were never dependable. You know, being in a like I remember.
True. Just randomly popping up and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, or they don't call and be like, okay, we'll be there. And I'm just like,
Man, we used to call taxis to go out, man. Like we used to,
Yeah.
you know, even in PA, man, we have to get across from Camp Hill, get across. We call a taxi. You know, that's where Jersey Shore cabs are here. Like that's where all that was a thing, man. Like, and kids these days will never understand that.
And guess what? Uber is better. And so because they streamlined that whole process, you can't see the meter running. I mean, you get charged what you get charged on the front end.
like, tell me what I'm paying
Like,
now. Don't let me
just on distance.
it's
be
distance.
nervous
Yeah.
like while I'm driving and just like, fuck, nigga, this
Like you don't even know like how much
Like,
do
if
I
you
need to
hit
take
traffic,
with me?
If it's a wrap.
like shit. I would like cats would run from the taxi. Like they see that, like all right, and then they'll run. But with
wild.
Uber, you can't do that because it's automatically taking out your credit card or they have your ID and they'll just ban you from the app. With taxi, them niggas is on a swindle, consistently on a swindle. So fuck y'all niggas, man.
Mel, I have a question for you.
Get it?
So last week after the podcast, we celebrated your anniversary of life.
Mm-hmm.
How was it? Tell the people about it.
That wasn't a question.
I said, how was it? What do we do? Did you have fun?
Setup.
I enjoyed myself.
What do we do?
We ate biscuits. We went to the gun range. Well, was it I guess it's a range.
It was definitely a gun range.
Went to a gun store, did some shooting for a bit, and then we came back and then we watched some home videos, some personal home videos.
Why are you making this so weird?
What? I'm explaining to you what we did. Is there anything specific that you want?
Yeah, man, tell them about the gun range, man. I don't know. I had a lot of fun there.
Steven, you tell us about the gun
No, it was Mel's birthday. I
Well-
wanted to ask him how he enjoyed what his experience was like.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think going to the gun range is something that people should do more often. It, learn about guns and safety protocols and, being able to just go out there and shoot with your pals.
What is going on here?
No, you're not going to get it. I don't know what you expect me to say. I enjoyed myself, nigga. You enjoyed. How was your experience?
Wow.
How did you I don't know what you want me to say.
It's nothing. I just felt that you answered that question so awkwardly.
No, you received it awkwardly. I answered it.
During the time you were
How
having
would you like me to answer?
No, it's fine. You answered the way you answered it, so people know how
Okay,
you are.
I mean, the reason why I ask is I don't care about sharing that to them. You know what I mean? Like my birthday, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind, but I don't care about sharing that with them.
It's okay. Well, your experience at the gun range. Is that your first time at the gun range? Is that your first time? Did you? Okay. I had a blast at the range.
Okay, how did you literally? No pun intended.
I also enjoyed spending the time with my friends and watching old home videos. I take a lot of pictures, and Mel takes a lot of videos, and he's been like that for years. And it's actually one of the things that annoys me because they don't get posted anywhere. So he has tons of content of our group, our friends, that never goes anywhere.
I mean, that shit ain't for the people, man.
It's okay. They don't need to see everything, but it's beneficial, right? Because we can look back and you can see, where we came from, the things that we were doing at the time that we do differently now. And I've shot guns before, pistols, shotguns, but I had never shot a rifle before.
Oh man!
So
that rifle was a kick.
When we got you don't want to talk about it. Let me talk about it now.
Yeah, I can ad-libbing.
Okay. But so we go to the range, and I'm just like, all right, what they have different tiers of weapons. It's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And I asked the guy for the paper. I'm like, hey, so what is what? I see the prices. I said, so what is considered what? So he gives me the price sheet. And I'm like, okay, all the pistols are tier 1. And then you have some of the rifles that are tier 2. Some of them are tier 3. And I'm just like, okay, I want this AK. Because it was AK, it was tier 2. And then I saw a suppressed rifle. And I'm just like, I would love to shoot a suppressed rifle because I've never shot a suppressed gun. And growing up in an era of Call of Duty, Halo, Rainbow Six, SOCOM, there's certain weapons that I've always played with but never were able to touch.
Yeah.
And it was I saw the AK. I said, nah, man, we're getting this AK. And I saw the bullet on the suppressed rifle. And it was a 22 LR, so it's really small, and it's suppressed. So I'm like, this is not going to give me the feel that I want to feel.
It is, though. Because you're going to shoot it, and it's going to like... Tip, 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 tip.
It's a different feel,
yeah.
But which I'm going to go back and do another time. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted to feel a rifle. I wanted to feel a kick. Yeah. So I said, hey, man, let me get the AK. And Chris was like, oh, you're really getting the AK? Like, I'm getting the AK, man. And it was empowering.
This nigga Steve was a pussy.
Wow.
He was in a good way. He was like, it had me weak. It had me rough.
How was I pussy? Explain to the people.
The reason why I would say this because this nigga was like, he got up to aim. He was like, it ain't working. He's like, oh no, it's not working. And he was like, hey, you want to go first? Like, hey, you want to go first? He was like, I'm nervous.
Hey, look.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, shoot.
First of all, no one has shot it yet.
Exactly.
And I'm holding it, and I got all these nerves worked up. I loaded it. I thought that I had everything right. I charged the handle, and I'm like, I'm ready. And I pull the trigger. Nothing happens. And I'm like, what is going on? So then I'm getting nervous. So yes, it's an AK. I don't know what to expect. I hear the pistol and I'm like, this AK is going to be loud. It's going to have a kick. I don't know what to expect. So yeah, I was nervous, but not just being nervous. I was also being careful. Yeah. So we're at a gun range.
Pointing at nobody.
Nah, but still, like, you just never know.
This is the thing, and that's what I was telling you. I was like, let John lay us out. You just didn't want to let John lay. I'm like, bro, let the guy who shot rifles before lay us out. It would have eliminated that nervousness.
Nah, he's taking too long. He was over with the pistols. He's taking too long.
Because he was being careful, teaching someone who didn't know how to handle a pistol how to shoot.
Hey, man, I played enough video games to know how to handle a rifle.
It's just like you were in such a rush to get it and go. And honestly, like me, I own a pistol, but I never use it. So every time I go to the gun range, it's the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking my time too. Shoot, it's been well over a year since I've used my pistol. I
was excited, and I mean, honestly, I did everything correct. My problem is that I charged it while it was in safety because the safety was so. It's an old gun, so it wasn't like modern guns where it's just like it's clear. So it just didn't present itself in the way that I thought it would. So I charged it, then I took it off safety, so it never actually fully charged it. So I didn't realize that. So then I charged it again, the round came out, and then I'm like, okay, we should be good. Maybe there was a bad round, I don't know. So then I had the guy come up, and he was like, he didn't tell me, no, it's on safety. I had to watch him to understand, oh, I see what I did wrong. So then when yeah, so that was the only issue. Other than that, I loaded it. I put the I did everything right. I was good. Mm-hmm. So, but it was it was a lot of fun. And I think that people are afraid of guns. And I think that's because they've never touched one or they never fired one.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that other countries do well is that they introduce people to guns early so that you're not afraid of them and you understand the power behind them. And then you also understand how to carry them and be around them safely. Mm-hmm. I think that in general, if that was something that was just natural in our society, we probably wouldn't have the same issues that we have now. Even if there was some sort of introduction to them, because you get around them and you just touch one or you fire it, you're like, wow, this is not a game. This is serious. Yeah. So and I think that a little bit of training for people is good. Just hey, be careful. Just always hold it down range. Don't point it at people. Even if it's not loaded, you just don't point them at people. Just
you assume it's loaded.
Always assume it's loaded.
I will completely. I'll pull the magazine out. I'll clear it, and I still assume it's loaded. Like, it's just a good habit, because too many people, it's just you can't get comfortable with them. That's all there is to it. And man, I agree with you. Like, first of all, shooting that Glock was different, because it was like, it's old. It's pull hard. The Beretta. It's like, it was different. It felt different. And then I'm honestly, man, when I started shooting mine, it felt like a Cadillac. I was like,
smooth. It's just smoother.
Yeah.
That trigger. It's like, now I understand when rappers say trigger like a hairpin or some shit like that, because like before it's loaded, it's a little bit more resistance to pull it. But once the clip was in there, it didn't feel like I was squeezing it. And the bullet came out, I was just like, yo, I don't like it, man. It's like, I naturally just don't like it, but I am going to like pursue
You just
learning.
need to get comfortable. That's it.
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean you don't like it? You don't like the trigger?
No, I don't like guns. I don't
but you
like
had
guns.
fun.
Of course, because I mean, nigga, if we was out there shooting arrows, I would have had fun, because I'm
would've been
with
fun
my
too.
guys, But I don't know. There is definitely a level of uncomfortability when it comes to guns, and I realized that, because it's like, yeah, I don't like this. I don't want to do this, but I was like, I'm only saying this because I'm not around it. I need to immerse myself in it, and I don't understand it. And if I don't understand something, and like I'm trying to learn something, this nigga was getting frustrated, or he was just like,
I was
doing his point. I'm just like, nigga, what are you?
I was getting frustrated?
Yes. Like, I'm just like, he said, pull the thing. I'm just like,
Oh, no, I wasn't frustrated.
Pull the thing. I'm just like,
I was trying to help you.
no, saying the exact same thing, but saying it louder, and I'm doing what you're saying, but you're continuously saying it. It's not helping me. It's not helping at all.
We had
Pull the
earmuffs
thing.
on.
I'm pulling the thing. No, pull. I'm just like, nigga, you better speak to me. Speak to me nicely, nigga. Like if I'm trying to learn something, and someone's getting, it's just like, no, it doesn't make it a fun thing if I don't know anything about guns, don't know shit about guns. And you just because someone has experience with guns doesn't mean I do. I'm someone who would rather slice a nigga with a sword. I fuck with swords and katanas and odachis.
Why are we even slicing niggas? Like,
I'm just saying, like, cats want to go to war, I'll bring the sword. So there's a certain, like, if I don't understand, I need to know. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go by myself, so I can get properly trained versus being.
Nigga, who's gonna train you? You gonna go to a class?
Up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go to a class, because I need to properly learn. And
You do. I think I was surprised that I guess it's maybe the location. I don't know, because when I went to the gun range the first time when I got to Texas, they automatically put a class. It's not like they're not training you, but they're showing you how to operate the weapon, which I think makes sense. It's 20 or 30 minutes. This is how you load it. This is how you and then they'll tell you how to hold it. You're not actually shooting, So I don't know.
John, he did that. Like when we were holding the other fucking thing, the PP7 from GoldenEye. But he told
What
me.
was that? At the other one?
No, just on the other where Anthony was.
Was that why you call it PP?
Because GoldenEye, I don't know the fucking game.
It was a
I don't know.
Beretta.
Okay.
I'm like, when do we have a PP7?
I just think of GoldenEye, and when I see that gun, I'm like, oh, that's PP7.
Man, I love that PP7. Man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, I think more people should, as Steven mentioned, properly learn how to use the gun, and they'll get rid of that fear. And if there's something out there that does cause me fear, it's going to encourage me to walk towards it, because I don't like having that level of uncomfortability, of any type of thing, like any type of fear, like even if it's fighting, like, because a lot of times, like, I grew up and I was going to school or just in neighborhoods, I didn't want to fight people. But even if there was like a sense of nervousness, I'm just like, at the end of the day, I ain't no hoe. You know what I mean? So I ain't no hoe. You gonna try to disrespect me? All right, fuck it. Even though I don't want to fight, we fight, because I ain't no hoe at the end of the day. So now I got used to embracing that I ain't no wholeness, and I was like, all right, nigga, whoever want, they can get it. So now I want to do the same thing with guns. Now I ain't saying whoever want it, they can get it with the guns, because I'm gonna learn.
Please make that clear for the internet.
I'm gonna properly use the guns and learn how to shoot it. But I think that everyone should. I know there's a lot of states and a lot of countries, or not countries, but cities where people are like, oh, don't do guns. But everyone should do it, especially the way this world is moving. Niggas is crazy out here. They be, the fact that they want to, limit access to guns, or they don't want to properly teach people how to use guns. That would encourage you to learn how to use guns, because you know them as well, but we know someone who got shot because they shot themselves just, playing with a gun, not understanding the mechanics, the proper, the safety cautions that you should take. Like, no one should try to have a gun, literally have a gun and do this.
Oh, man.
Or point it at someone else and do that, and assuming it's not loaded or whatever. But as soon as they point it to themselves, they shoot it, bam, they're leaking blood everywhere. They didn't die, but they go to the hospital.
Man, I kind of wish you didn't bring that back up.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember it, man. It was so effed up, man. Like one of my best friends almost died because they're playing with guns. That was scary, but
it's crazy, man.
The interesting thing about it is, if you were to, I don't know what the Wild Wild West was like. It could have just literally just been movies and it could be fake. But if you think about the Wild Wild West, everybody owned a weapon.
A revolver.
And in this modern time, if you knew, everyone owned a weapon. Mm-hmm. It was like having a pair of shoes or some car keys. Then guess what? You're not gonna go rob. You're not gonna it's a whole different energy because everyone's got equal footing. Mm-hmm. Imagine going to the UK with a pistol.
Yeah, makes a difference.
You're King. You're King Tut. You're
because they don't have knives out there for the most part.
All they got is knives out there. Don't nobody have guns out there.
Police don't even have guns.
Nobody has guns
in the UK.
Mm-hmm. So you
have special police, but the normal police
they
don't carry guns.
Like you are that dude because you have a weapon that exceeds everything that they have, and it's not even. It's not an even playing field. So
niggas show up like, this town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Well, I will say this. I apologize if I.
Nah, nigga. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My instant thing is to reject. Continue.
Wow.
Do you see what
we got to deal with?
Nigga, we know this about me.
I reject. Like
I said, nah, nigga. But and I brought it back in. I said, go ahead. This is me counteracting my indoctrination of saying nah, nigga.
To an apology.
Right.
Because I don't think it's nothing to apologize for. It is what it is. I ain't tripping.
No, well, I didn't realize that you felt as though I was.
Yeah, because nigga, even Anthony was like, yo, we can cut. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
He's
like, yo, Anthony's
don't
like,
even
yo,
want
we
to
can cut
apologize
this out.
anymore.
We can cut this out. All right, nigga, go ahead. You don't have to apologize. But yeah, speak your piece, nigga. Being disrespectful on me, nigga.
No, okay. Well.
But I don't take it personally. It's not tripping. You know what I mean? It's just like, nigga, I've never used
But see,
something.
Mel, but what you'll say that, but then you'll bring it up with animosity in your voice.
Yeah, true. But no. I don't take it as animosity. Don't, nigga. How many times we yell?
Well, I could say the same thing because I was excited. And I was not yelling.
If you're teaching someone how to do something.
Hold on a sec. Can I even? I can't even say what I was going to say.
Zero. Sorry. Go ahead.
Jeez.
Oh, that's what that is. I was wondering.
First of all, we all have on earmuffs. That's number one. There's guns being shot around us. It's loud. So if I made you feel that I was just saying the same thing over and over and it felt as though I was yelling at you, I apologize. That was not my intention. I was literally just trying to help. And because the gun is loaded, I didn't want to walk up to you and try to physically help because the gun is loaded.
It wasn't loaded.
Okay. I don't know when. Okay.
I was shooting.
It
Wasn't loaded. I was listening to everything else. The clip was empty. I shoot it. There was nothing coming out. And he was like, pull the thing. I was pulling it. Nothing happened. And I'm just like, nigga, there's nothing in here. He was like, yo, you set it down, right. But I'm just like, nigga, why you just relax, just talk normal.
You make it hard to even apologize.
I don't want you to apologize.
Well,
It's not an apology. Let's understand this. An apology is not necessarily about the person that's being apologized to, right? If they get something out of it, then fantastic. The apology is for the person that is apologizing. Okay,
Stephen.
So let's get that clear.
Let's be clear.
So, but no, I mean it made me feel bad because I didn't realize that I may have did something or I did something to make you feel some type of way. So I felt bad about that when you just said it. So I want to apologize. However you decide you want to take that, or if it's not needed, that's completely up to you.
I receive your apology.
Thank you. I felt so good at the gun range. I wanted to memorialize between the birthday, which I know we don't really celebrate a lot, but you enjoy get-togethers.
I celebrate birthdays.
That's why I said you enjoy get-togethers.
Don't be on that shit.
Chris definitely doesn't.
I don't. Birthdays is the only thing I fuck with.
Usually find for my birthday, I don't celebrate them the way I used to because my birthday is on May 5th, so it's always drinking. But I find a different way to celebrate in a healthy way, which is actually a celebration of my life.
Hey, listen, if y'all want to practice a ritual that you have no idea what it is, what it does, or how it affects you, that's on you.
My life.
Celebrate
My
your
life.
ritual.
I'm celebrating my life.
Celebrate your ritual.
My life ain't no fucking ritual.
So what I did was I wanted to memorialize our celebration. What?
Nigga, go.
Why are you getting nervous?
Because I just get nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm just like, come on, what we doing, bro?
So I got you guys something.
Oh man, niggas got us some gifts.
Oh,
They're
exactly the same.
They're
Feels like
exactly the same.
Christmas.
So like pictures. Okay, I know what this is.
It's a picture frame.
This is
Why don't you open it instead of
Trying to guess?
you don't do this like when you get let me guess what it is. You
no?
You've never done this on Christmas.
I know
Maybe as a
exactly what it
child.
is. I know exactly what it is.
I'm gonna use it. It's gonna be in my room. You know what I mean?
As it should be.
Yeah, I mean. I rock
Wait,
with
what
this.
are you saying
I appreciate
about
it.
me?
Hey, thank you, man.
You didn't even
I
open
already
it.
know what it is.
No, you don't.
Because I'm feeling it. I know what it is.
We know what it is.
And I also remember, hey, make sure you send me those pictures, nigga.
I remember him saying that.
You just can't just.
Nigga, we're all intelligent people. You would do the exact same thing and know based on the information you received.
Oh,
But not only did I have them,
got
this
all
is
my
crispy.
I did a little. You know what I mean?
Did a little. This is
I
crispy.
took them and
White boy in this.
Bro, you what's this? What did you? What did you do?
it's printed with a printing company that I use, but that you pay extra for that type.
Damn,
of,
nigga, this is
That is
hard.
paper.
I want like a life. I want this 24/16, nigga.
So it's a metallic luster. So you look at it, it looks normal, but then you kind of get that
you get
shimmer, and
it makes everything pop. Like, this is crispy. This is the nicest picture that I've ever received.
yeah.
This is the fam here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to zoom in on that. I don't know if you're gonna be
I
able
mean,
to see
I'll
it.
put the actual footage.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, baby. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate this.
You're welcome.
This
Shout
is,
out to the photographer.
This is one.
And Mel's the photographer. Or your tripod.
This is one heck of
Shots
a
by
day
Top
right
Line.
here, man.
You said what?
One heck of a day.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was an amazing day. And see, like that, see on the birthdays. Hey, this is dope, man. Like
We could do this anytime though. It got to be on a birthday.
exactly. But I'm saying, like, as far as not just this, but that's how I like to celebrate my birthdays because I spent basically all the money when it came to a lot of shit that we did. Granted, I mean, of course, y'all.
No, I'm about to say no.
Yeah,
You
man.
didn't.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure that
sent you-
I
Yeah, you niggas, y'all did it.
You front.
I fronted it.
the money.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Like, cause y'all niggas, yo, man, we put it on.
You can't say you spent it if you got it back.
No, that was a good thing to do.
But usually when people are on their birthday, they're the ones who get treated.
Yeah,
I didn't
correct.
get treated on my birthday.
Yeah, no, we don't do
At all. I
that.
didn't get treated.
That's just because niggas is niggas. Welcome to our group.
I mean,
No, that was the right
Anthony.
thing to
Shout
do.
out to my nigga Anthony who got me Luffy. You know what I mean? Who holding
And that's
down.
fine. And he got you, Luffy. And look, my thing is
Shout out
this.
to my nigga Steven.
Yeah, I
You know what I
mean?
mean? Who came through
Yeah,
with the pics.
came through with the
You know
pictures.
what I mean?
And shout out to your nigga Chris, who's getting you a house. So I mean,
And shout out to your nigga Mel. You know what I mean?
we're
exactly.
not- that's-
exactly, nigga.
Mel, that's not the game we're playing.
Look, I'm shouting out my niggas who held it down for me on my
Why do
birthday.
you keep shouting yourself out? Stop shouting yourself
I didn't
out.
shout myself out. I shout out.
The birthday gift I'm giving you is a little bit bigger. It takes a little bit more time.
True that. A
little bit more
A little
energy.
bit more space. You know what I mean? Hey, nah, this is sick. You know I love this type of shit. So
I'm glad. I thought that
yeah, man.
yeah, man.
But I will say I wish it was bigger. But other than that, this is just niggas being niggas.
Just golly, bro. You
know how
can't
it is?
win. You
Because
can't
you
win
know,
with this nigga,
we
man.
do the same thing to Anthony. We go to this nigga crib and we play this nigga. We go to his crib like, nigga, you got shit in here. But this is what we do. We play niggas. Niggas just play people.
That's true.
We have video footage of cats just playing each other consistently.
Steve,
if y'all want to see half the stuff that we talk about.
Could you have blown this? Could you have made this?
I mean,
bigger,
you
or was it
can,
a
but you know,
quality
you also
thing?
have to remember that the medium that it's taken, you know,
That's what I'm trying to.
a 5x7, you could probably go a little bigger,
Do
but
you got one?
yeah,
Okay.
everyone has one. You guys just got.
I
yours
can't
first.
believe my hat is in the picture.
Mine's hanging on my wall.
Hey man, I set it up properly.
that's-
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, that makes sense.
You
Yeah.
feel me? I got you,
Yeah,
B.
yeah.
Hey, I appreciate this, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm gonna definitely hang this up.
You can hang it, you know. So I'm sure. I guess if you don't have desk space or whatever, you know. That's it.
I'll find room. I'll find some room. You know what I mean? I'll find some.
I just said, you know what? We don't have any pictures like this together.
Yeah.
And
I love that. Like,
No,
nigga,
Mel has them.
Mel
I have a lot
Mel
of
has them.
You just will never see them.
I mean, we have pictures when we went out to Spirals.
Yeah.
We have a group picture, you know. But we didn't have John.
Right. Yeah,
So-
yeah, I think John was in Mexico or some shit.
It was I saw the
Puerto-
picture and I said,
Puerto-
this is
Puerto-
nice.
Puerto-
And
No, this is a good idea.
I
like
said,
this.
let me.
that paper is crazy, man.
It is,
that
isn't it?
that paper actually makes me want to get some pictures. That
Yeah.
paper is like, it reminds me of a foil, you know, like Yu-Gi-Oh card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as you know,
no, but the luster and everything added to it is crazy.
It's something about it.
And
Yeah.
the editing, you did some editing on this too.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. And
Just
brought it to life a bit.
just nothing. I mean, obviously it was going to be printed, you know, but just, you know, sharpen it up just a hair, you know, but it's
Got the full body. Hey, come on, man. I rock with this. I appreciate you.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
What's up?
Next topic. Nigga, shut up. I know that voice. Let me. All right. Next topic is the Drea Michelle. Y'all familiar with her?
No.
She's pregnant, and Drea Michelle.
Congratulations.
She is like but she's bad. But she's like a 39-year-old. She thinks she's about to be 40, but she got pregnant by an NBA star,
Okay.
and he's I think
Congratulations.
21.
Uh-oh.
geez.
Cradle robber.
And so people like.
Cougar.
And also like she's 39, he's 21. Like she was also seen going to like his high school games when he was playing.
So she was scouting.
she was scouting him.
She was scouting him when he was underage.
She was scouting this nigga in high school, going to his games, but he's actually like some dude. I think he's about to sign like one of those $300 million payday checks.
Oh, so he's not a rookie. He's been in the league for a few years.
Yeah, he's been in there for a little bit.
Okay.
but
he came in when he was 19 like that.
I'm not sure about that particular age, but like she's been seen like going to the high school games or so. So there's a conversation going on about it. Is she like a predator, or is she someone who, because you know a lot of people, they give men hell when they go after younger women or women that's like, you know, 10 years, 15 years younger than them, but it becomes an issue. But when the woman does it, does it hold the same weight?
My first question would be, why is she there? Like, let's take him out of it. Why is she there? Right? Does she have children?
Yeah, she has a child that's older than him.
That goes to that school? Okay. Is this her is this her alma mater? Like, does she graduate from that high school?
Nah.
Does she have?
Support him, like him.
So she just this high school student. She just hears about this phenom and she just wants to go watch.
Hey man, it's
She
talent.
sees him in the newspaper. She sees.
She's looking for talent.
Yeah. See, that's where my problem comes in. Now, if you were a parent or if this was just your school that you went to and you support the school and you go to games ever so often and it just so happens to be that he's now an upcoming star and now the school is doing well that season, you like to watch basketball. Okay. But the fact that she has no ties to the school.
Yeah.
And she's going because she wants to support him, who is 20 years younger than him, and then ends up now getting pregnant by him. It's predatory.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing about it. But of course, there's the stigma that because it's a woman. We grew up, in us growing up, it was just like, oh man, you get an older woman, that's cool. Like I've even had when the whole thing with older women teachers were having sex with high school students, guys were like, I mean, I wouldn't care. I'd love to get some sex,
Yeah.
But as an adult, with an adult brain, you're like, that's predatory. So,
Do you think what she did is wrong?
in the eyes of the law, no. He's 18.
Just morally.
I think that there's a problem. I think that I would just. Women don't usually go after younger men, in general.
Yeah.
And especially not with that disparity of age. That's a big gap in age, because he doesn't
39.
he doesn't offer the things that a woman that age would typically want, except money, because of who he is.
I mean, that's ultimately what she did it for. Obviously, she wants to secure the bag. She has another child with I think an NFL star.
Oh yeah, she's a predator.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
It's like the game. The funny thing is, like when I used to work at a retail location here in Texas, when I first moved here, I met her. Like she came into the store.
Wait, what? So you know her?
Not personally.
This is your friend.
Yeah, be hollering at her like, yo, what you doing, girl?
You almost had a baby to her.
Yeah, man.
But you didn't have enough money.
yeah.
You was working in retail.
Working retail.
You wasn't going. You didn't have enough.
But she was like, I saw it, was like, oh, she bad. But I was just like, oh, okay, cool. How may I help you? You know what I mean? But then it was like this girl that I worked with, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's Drea Michelle. I'm just like, who the fuck is Drea?
Why is she known?
She's like reality shows.
Oh
She's
my god!
the Real House,
Real House, NBA Ballers Wives or whatever.
Yeah, she's in that realm.
Oh,
or whatever. That's what she's mainly known for. But she was before she like made some statement about women. She was with like Rihanna's Fenty, because she bad, man. Like even at 39, she is a bad chick.
What's her name?
Drea Michelle. She bad. You can check her out, man.
Let me check her out, Rumble.
Go ahead. Check out on Rumble. Yeah, go ahead. Check it out. But, a lot of people are upset. What do you think, Chris? Do you think that, it's okay what she did? You have an issue with her targeting a young man for his coins? Or what do you think about it, man?
The original question you asked is, do I think she's a predator?
Right. Okay. You start with that.
So that in that instance, let's assume that everything that you're saying is correct. She literally went to his game to scout him for what she now has received from him, which was a baby in a bag. That is predatory. That's the only reason why what she did is predatory. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
If we're just talking about the age, I don't care, because it'd be the same if a man was trying to date or marry a 21-year-old woman. That's on them. Those are both adults. We can sit here and pretend like they're children because they're 21, but that's just this culture in this particular time frame, because our children have been poisoned and their brains don't develop properly, and also we have TikTok brain. So you can call them children because they're underdeveloped and have less experience than their forefathers, but not because of their age, So I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you're both two consenting adults, I don't care what you do. And crazy enough, the law even takes it a step further and says in certain states, the age of consent is even less than 18. It's 16 or whatever. If what you're doing is legal and there is 100% consent, that has nothing to do with me. That's not my business. If you got a problem with that, raise your children differently. Raise your children differently. Raise your children better, however you want to look at it. My children, my family, I'm going to instill certain principles and I'm going to have them move a certain way. That don't got nothing to do with what other people do. I don't have enough time and energy to be worried about what other people are doing. But yes, what she did was predatory. Now, did that boy have a father in the home?
My nigga Chris go right back to the home.
I mean,
With everything.
Did he have a father in the home? Because we could blame her all day long. It could have been anybody. She's a symptom. What's the root cause? Did he have a father in the home?
Okay, him having a father in the home, what is that going to do?
Oh, man, it makes a big difference. You know why? Because men think about the future. Mm-hmm. When you date women, you dating them. You date women, ask them about their financial plan. Ask them how much money do you make?
They bad with money.
Ask them how much money do you make? They're going to tell you 50,000 because that's what they're making. So they're making 50,000. Ask them how much is in the bank saved. Ask them how much debt they have. Ask them how they plan to manage their debt and pay it down, including that 100K student loan debt, because yes, they do have 100K. Mm-hmm. And then ask them what they're doing for retirement. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about how a woman views the future. It's YOLO. They're not considering the future. I'm not taking a shot at women. It's just the way their mind works. Mm-hmm. Now you go and ask a same.
Not every woman, but the majority.
You go ask a similar man of a similar stature, age, etc. The same questions. You get completely different answers because we think differently. So a father is going to say, hey, I see where you're going. I see your potential. I see your accolades. I know what is in front of you. Women are going to throw themselves in front of you. Attorneys, agents, the industry is going to throw themselves in front of you. You need to keep your wits about you. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you strap up. Make sure that you're not allowing these women to take advantage of you. They're coming for your bag. People used to tell me that at 13 years old, and I didn't have a bag and no talent to speak of. But being around men, they told you, hey, look, they'll try and trap you. You're a good dude.
Yeah.
You're a good dude. They'll try to trap you. So that's the difference between having a man in the house or not having a man in the house. A woman ain't going to tell her son that. She doesn't even know to tell her that. She's a woman. She's thinking about herself.
You need to get out and get in the league and take care of me. I mean,
she trying to get that bag herself. So
no, you're right. I agree with everything you said. I think that legally, then that's what I said earlier. There's no issue, but that the situation is wrong. And honestly, I look at her. I mean, you can definitely tell she's older. It's not like you just look 25 or look 30. I mean, you can tell she's older. She's bad.
See her body?
Yeah, I mean, she's probably a lot of plastic surgery in there. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, I think to me.
Would you smash? If you weren't a faithful,
if I'm single,
young black man.
If I'm single and she just wants to talk to me,
like, hey, Steven, oh man, I've been watching your videos. I'm trying to see what that wellness is like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 37. She's 39. She's right in my, of
Bro,
course.
We the same age. That's crazy, son. We about to be 40.
I mean, I'm about to pass.
You.
I mean, my birthday's in May, so.
You got 2 months.
I mean, of course I would. She's not ugly or she's not unattractive, but I'm also 37. Looking at it from the eyes of a 19, 20-year-old, bro, she looks old. I'm sorry. We talked about this last week when we were in high school and even college, like you would look at our professors, which they were 39, 38, 40, and you're like, you're old.
This nigga look old.
So it's just like, yeah, she probably does all this stuff to make herself look younger, but you still look old. And with that type of star power, he plays in the NBA. Bro, why would you? That shows lack of guidance.
Well, it shows lack of guidance, and it also shows that what she did was predatory because he never would have met her.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not going to run in the same circles. Like, he's much younger. Even if she's messing around with NBA stars, she'd be messing with the older ones. What she did was very intentional. It was premeditated. Yeah, he should be grabbing something way more. Look, she's attractive. I'm not going to say that she's not attractive, but she's not anywhere near the baddest thing I've ever seen.
No, especially if you look at 25 and 20 to 25 in her same physical, realm. Why would you go with, why would you go with the 40-year-old who
already has a child?
Like, she already has a child, and you're up and coming. You're in the NBA as a man. Like, bro, absolutely not. The oldest that you should be looking at is maybe 25. Like,
I don't even think about a relationship at that age. I'll be.
Oh my god,
not a relationship. But do you think he's thinking about a relationship?
He was smashing.
Shit,
and she was just like, just do it.
Come in me.
Like, oh, girl.
Yeah, like, I'm on the pill. I'm all like, bro,
Have a
like,
baby by me, baby.
bro, we've
Be a
all
millionaire.
been there. I mean, there's been times women are like, just come in me, and I'm just like, hell no. They'd be like, oh no, it's gonna be okay. I track my cycle. No.
Yeah, no.
Like, bro, no.
Nigga, I wouldn't come in you with a condom on.
Wow. I mean, that's how. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's dangerous to do that because that's how a lot of them unplanned pregnancies happen.
So much, man. Like, it's just but a lot of this stuff is happening, and people say, "Oh, it's men's fault." Well, I'm not. It is the removal of the fathers from the home because men.
Niggas keep talking about fathers. Like, nigga, him doing that isn't a symptom of not having a father in his home.
Oh, so he did have his father.
I don't know that,
Well,
but
then how can you say that?
I'm saying that because there's a NBA star named LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
And he has a father, his name's LeVar. And he's talked to his children and he's expressed this on many different media outlets about how they should handle women. He talked to each and every one of them about, hey, these women only want you for your money. So be aware of the game. What happened? LaMelo Ball ended up having a child with the exact same type of woman that Drea Michelle is, and he has a father in his life. So while a father is helpful,
No, that's not the same comparison.
It is the exact
The
same
Ball
comparison.
family, they are famous.
Now.
No.
Yes.
They've been famous for a long time.
Yes, as children growing up.
He don't come from a famous family.
I don't know what Jalen Green about his famous family.
Well, he does not have there's no public information about his biological father.
Okay, he doesn't have a father in his life.
So,
okay.
He had a stepfather, but
Yeah,
I mean, I get what you're saying. But it's the comparison's not good. It's like that's like saying Will Smith told Jaden, like, look, these women are gonna be after your money, and he's got a girl pregnant. Like, they're a famous family. That's
Yes, but that doesn't negate the point that you're telling your child to be aware of these predatory women or circumstances.
It doesn't negate
and having a father in your home. It wouldn't change the outcome because ultimately the man who see this woman, you know, when you're younger, you think you know it all. Okay, I hear you, old head, and you think, oh, she's not like that, nigga. She is. They're going to fall victim to the game that these women are spitting, regardless of who is in their household.
That is not true.
I think what Chris is saying is that all because they're a famous household, these women are going to be around regardless. Like, even if
Why? How long have they been famous, and why are they?
I mean, they've been famous for years
because of basketball.
Right.
That's it.
Well, what I'm saying is that like they're going to be these women around regardless because they are the company that they keep. Right? They are famous. They're going to be around famous people. So then, yet he's going to end up probably being with someone who's famous regardless. Jalen Green was not famous. He did not grow up in that manner. He did not grow up rich. He didn't grow up that way. So there was nobody around him to say, hey, be careful, be mindful of this, right? And these people would not be around him as he was growing up. It wasn't until he got older. So that's the difference. Does that make sense?
I mean, I understand the difference of their growing up, but it doesn't negate the fact of these women targeting famous people because they have money. They have money. It's the exact same thing. He's a budding star. You can see it. Okay, I'm gonna go to his high school games. I'm gonna check him out. LaMelo Ball was guaranteed to be like a certified star when he was in like 10th grade before he even went to the NBA.
Right.
So people were looking at him, but Lonzo Ball was like the older brother who was going to the NBA, but LaMelo was the star who had that it factor that just stands out above everyone else. But it's not going to stop women in general from targeting men.
No, it's not. It's not about. It's not the
You're talking
father's
about the upbringing.
The father is not going to stop women from targeting men. It's about the man having a level of self-discipline.
Right.
And then just because the father is there and telling him do this doesn't mean he's going to listen.
That's my point.
Right? But just because we have choice doesn't mean it's not a benefit to have the father there to at least tell you.
Right.
So that's
you're trying to make it seem as if it's negated. Like a dude's just gonna do whatever he's gonna do regardless. That's not necessarily true. Just look at it statistically. When you have a single mother versus a single father or a dual parent household, the outcomes that you see from children. There's a dramatic difference when the father is there and when the father is not there. You can't just negate that and say they're just going to do whatever anyway. You're taking one example, you're cherry picking one example, which I don't think is a great example because the Ball family was propped up. They're basically like the Kardashians.
Yeah.
That's not a good example. They're not a normal family.
I completely disagree, but okay, that's fine.
Are you serious?
You're making it seem like they're this like celebrity
They
family.
are.
No, what I'm saying is like they didn't just come onto the scene as celebrities. Like, what have they been known for before basketball?
How did the Kardashians
Sucking dick? She sucked dick. They got famous. Ray J didn't have all this reality shows.
So
they didn't have all this reality shit until they got onto the scene. Until they got famous, until Lonzo Ball got to the NBA, then they were going overseas, they were getting drafted and all that stuff. They weren't just famous, it's because they got famous because of basketball.
That's what I'm saying, Mel. It's literally the same thing the Kardashian family did. It's just not the same industry. Look, either way it goes, you're not going to convince me that they're not a celebrity family.
No,
this guy who got predatored or whatever,
he got predatored.
He got predatored by this girl. It's a different upbringing. What Steven was saying, and basically what I was saying is the Ball children are going to be around famous women. That is actually their circle. This woman and this boy, they not going to be in the same circle.
Shouldn't even been in the same realm.
They shouldn't have been in the same realm. So of course you're going to have a higher likelihood.
I don't agree, but yeah.
How? She's 40 and he's
NBA.
20.
You're in the NBA. If you're in the NBA,
Yeah, but this is before he was the NBA.
They didn't start fucking or getting together until he got to the NBA.
Yeah, but the problem isn't that she met him in the NBA. The problem was that she was at his high school games before he got there.
I'm talking about targeting a man who's in the NBA specifically for his money. That's it.
Oh, did we switch? I thought we were so. Okay.
That's what it is. It's targeting a younger man.
Yeah, but he was
being warned about. I'm not sure about Jalen Green getting warned about. To be aware, because I'm sure if you have people that will influence you, but it's not going to determine the outcome that you do.
I'm not saying it is.
And that's all I'm saying.
You said it's negated.
Yeah,
you was like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's gonna do what he's gonna do anyway.
Okay, I can take that back as far as like he'll receive the information.
Now look,
when I say negate, I don't mean like
I'm not absolving her of her sins. I'm not. All I'm saying is we can't stop her from doing that. There's nothing illegal.
Yeah.
There, you know what I mean? Literally, you got to make your own choices. There's plenty of normal dudes that go out there and make those same mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if you have a man in the home, right, that obviously it can't just be a male in the home. We're talking about a father. We're talking someone who's we're talking about someone who's fathering their son. If you have a man that's fathering their son, they're going to teach them these things. And I could tell you that for me, it would have worked. Because, I mean, I took a lot of precaution without having that talk, without having that information. Had I had a father figure there to be like, yo, Chris, which I did. I don't want to negate my father, but we were not in the same household for a very long time. And also, we didn't have those types of talks very often. I mean, it was very sporadic. So it wasn't like he's in the house, we're having these talks on a regular basis, especially in real time as I'm dealing with women. And I already was leaning towards the side of caution because I heard things. I heard stuff my uncles would say, or, you know, my grandfather would say, and I just internalized. I'm like, okay, they're not going to get me, you know.
Nigga, I wish I had that. I never had that. But I would see the peers or people that was around, they would just get people pregnant. I'll see girls pregnant. I'm just like, man, they just be coming in everything.
Bro, just shooting the club up like
busting. I'm just like, how do you just have all these random kids out here?
it's crazy.
That part I never understood, but I mean, at the end of the day, men, just be careful out there because there's women up there. You know what I mean, you may be on the court, but she the one trying to scope. You feel me?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
that was good.
Hey man, you know I'm a rapper, man. You know what I mean? Check out album sounds playing.
Wow, mixtape coming.
Yeah, mixtape coming soon. We might say that shit. Mixtape coming out pretty soon. Check us out.
Oh
man.
man.
But we appreciate y'all rocking out with us. Make sure you all subscribe to the Patreon. Make sure you all subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to everything that's Application of Knowledge Podcast, because we about to take over the world, baby. You know what I mean? And I might upload some of that footage of shooting the pow to the Application Knowledge Podcast channel so y'all can experience the gun range with us. You know, but we'll see. But I am
Patreon content.
Yeah, oh yeah, that could be Patreon. Patreon, we about to shoot some niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without shooting niggas, you dig. But
Got this on Rumble.
but yeah, appreciate y'all rocking out with us. I am Animated Mel, Chris James, Stephen, Michael. We'll see you beautiful people next time. Bye bye.